Hello everyone, this is Sanjar from Mid to Talk, and today I'd like to talk about skills in English language. So let's begin. Can you guess how many skills are there in English language? You're right, there are 4 skills in English language. Let me write them down. First skill is reading. It means that you can read something. The second skill is writing. Third skill is listening. And our last skill is no, not grammar. Grammar is not a skill. Speaking, which we focus here at Mid to Talk. Yes, as you can see, we have 4 skills in here. They are divided into 2 groups among them. We divide these skills as receptive skills, where you receive information, and productive skills, where we produce a language. Can you tell me which ones are receptive? There are 2 skills in which you receive the information. Yes, you're right. Receptive skill is reading, so I will put letter R, and receiving, listening. Reading and listening are receptive skills where we receive information. Writing and speaking are productive skills in which we produce a language. I will put letter P, which means productive. And as you know, which one is easier? Is it easy to receive information or to produce something? Yes, as I told, receiving is easier than producing. Let me draw a line between them. Now the map becomes clear. Put reading and writing in the same category. Why? Focus. If you want to improve your writing skills, if you want to produce a writing, then you must get something, which means you must get reading. So people who read a lot, people who love reading novels, they are always good at writing. And speaking, this is the most difficult skill, as I know, in Turkey. That's why if you want to speak well, what should you do? You should listen a lot. If you're a good listener, it means you're a good speaker. So here at Mid to Talk, we mainly focus on our speaking skills. As I mentioned before, if you want to improve your speaking skills, you must listen a lot. Think about yourselves. When you were born, how did you learn a language? Did you go to a language course? Did you study from a book? When you started producing the first words, how did it happen? In the beginning, you were getting information, which means you were listening a lot. You were listening to your parents. And after some time, when you felt confident, you started producing a language, which proves to speak a language, you don't need any grammar in the beginning. So the basic problem which happens in language courses, you go to a language course, you want to start, you are beginner level or elementary level, you start learning a new language, you start with the grammar. Why do we do that? Do we need a grammar to speak?
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
When you start speaking in Turkish, when you were a child, did you start learning with grammar? No. You were just listening and then producing. So why do you change the system when you learn a new language? Why do you change your system when you start learning English? You have to follow the same method. First listen a lot and then start speaking. Speaking skill. Yes, if you want to improve or if you want to learn how to speak a language, you don't need to memorize endless list of vocabulary. Do a lot of boring grammar exercises. All you need is to learn core vocabulary, which is about 250 to 300 words. These are basic words in English. And after that, we just repeat them. And I am personally against of translation. I don't like when people translate in their minds before speaking because it slows the speed of speaking. If you want to be a fluent speaker, translation method will not work in this case. Let me give you an example. When you see a car, what happens in your brain in translation method in Turkish? Sorry for my drawing. My drawing is awful. So your brain sees a car and it says, oh, it's araba. And after that you say, oh, araba was a car. So this process is too long. That's why when you speak, you cannot speak fluently. You stop, you struggle in remembering which word was it. What should happen in your brain? It's a car. This is a car. It's not araba anymore. So araba is a different word. It's not a car. When you see a car, it's a direct method. It's a car. So what I want to say, when you're learning English, don't try to put English in the Turkish category of your brain. Think like a system. If Turkish is Android, then English is iOS. Don't mess them up. Don't mix them up. Let me give you one more example. Why translation method doesn't work when we want to speak fluent English. I know one long word in Turkish. Let me write it. Arabam dim. It looks like a one word, isn't it? But it means a sentence in English. So let's try to translate it into English. How do we do it? We start from the back. So we take letter M and it becomes I. Then we take D, it becomes was. Then da, it becomes in. Do you see how confusing it is? You start from the back and you put it in the front. And every letter means a word in English. In M becomes my. And finally, araba becomes car. I was in my car. So this word proves that actually Turkish language is more complex than English language. In English, a car is always car. There is no karım, karısı, or etc. It's always a car. But in Turkish, you learn araba. I know it's a car. But when I see this whole word, I don't know what does it mean. A lot of suffixes. Okay, the lesson of the day. To improve your speaking skills, please do a lot of listening. It can be podcasts or small YouTube videos. I'm not talking about songs because when you listen to a song, you focus on melody, you just remember your first love, blah blah blah. So don't do it with song. And second lesson of the day, please avoid translation as much as you can. Just open a new folder in your brain, put all English information in that, and don't mix it up with Turkish. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch more videos similar to this one, please don't forget to subscribe and comment below. Have a good day.